Hello, hello. I am Deetra, and we are in another breakthrough session. So, what are we talking about tonight? We are talking about the secret to understanding your purpose. I wanted to come back again because there were some things that I would like to share that I think that will really help you. So, before we really get started, I just want to quickly introduce myself for anyone that doesn't know. I'm Deetra Carter. I'm a certified life coach, author, educator. Have a few degrees. No need of going through that. This is my book. I forgot to mention the last time. There's More in You. And also, in regards to my life experience, I've just been through some ups and downs, some twists and turns. Currently, I am a single parent and I have three beautiful children. And I've just gone through some things that I just really want to share. Hey, Vicky. And I'm looking for warriors. I'm really looking for warriors. I have gone through to where I feel like I have fought all of my life. So if you agree, hit like. If you are that person that has gone through some things and you feel like you have been fighting, hey Joy, you feel like you have been fighting your entire life, hit like, hit the heart button, because I need to know that you know what I mean. So that's why I'm here with a breakthrough session 2, because I think it is so needed and so necessary. And I just want to encourage and support you. So what are the goals? We're going to find your purpose. I'm going to share some information with finding your purpose, how you can live with passion, how you can tap into your power. If you haven't already, download the ebook, There's More in You, How to Get Through It. That's on my website, moreinyoucoaching.com. You're also going to need a journal. It could be just like a regular notebook, or I use like a devotional journal sometimes, paper and pencil if you want to take notes. And before we get into the meat of everything, let's do some breakthrough affirmations. So I will say them twice. So that you get a chance to say them as well. So I do encourage you to actually say them instead of just listening to them, especially if you agree, because they really need to get within your spirit so that you can really get a change and you can really get your breakthrough. So here we go. Breakthrough affirmations. I have a divine purpose. I have a divine purpose. Hey, Andrea, I see you there. Everything in my life is working out for me. Everything in my life is working out for me. I am committed to partnering with God to create a vision for my life. I am committed to partnering with God to create a vision for my life. I am committed to letting go of the things that I cannot change. I am committed to letting go of the things that I cannot change. I am committed to pushing through to my breakthrough. I am committed to pushing through to my breakthrough. I am a warrior. Type that in. I am a warrior. So if you agree with those, make sure you're hitting the like button. Hey, Monique, make sure you're hitting the heart button, because I am talking to warriors, and I know a couple of people that have popped on here. You are warriors because we have all been through it. So what is the secret to your breakthrough? You're going to understand how to identify the unhealthy patterns that hold you back from your purpose. You are going to find out how to prepare for your purpose. You're going to find out how to let go of it. You are going to find out how to break through to you. So what's the secret? What is the secret? That's what we all want to know. What's the secret to this thing called life? It's faith. It is faith. The pain in your heart, that is what leads to the power within you. It always leads you back to God. So the process to developing that faith, that's why it's all for a purpose, because we all have to go through things so that we can develop our faith. And remember that change is little by little. It's bit by bit. So you can't expect everything to be just perfect that next day, that next week. You can't expect things to necessarily change completely in one day, in a week, in 3 weeks. You can start the change, but you really have to be committed to it. So it's little by little, and breaking up with how you used to be so you can transform into how you are now. That is going to be a process. And how God wants you to be is going to be a process of transformation. So be patient with yourself, especially if you have done the same thing over and over and over again, and you looking at yourself like, for real, this is what we're doing. So be patient with yourself. Once you actually commit to moving forward with the new you, be patient. So how do you break those patterns though? Because that's what we all want to know. We want to stop doing the same thing that we've been doing, and we want to create something different. So this is what you do. You identify the pattern. What are your most common emotions? Do you find yourself feeling frustrated immediately, disappointed all the time, where you feel let down all the time, feeling lonely? Do you find yourself feeling angry just out of nowhere? Usually in traffic, these feelings come up, so you can kind of figure out where you're at in traffic. If you cuss people out and carrying on, they don't know you. They don't know you, so that's an indication. It's funny, but it really is an indication. So what's frustration? Where does that come from? They just aren't working out for you, so you feel frustrated because you feel like things aren't working out for you. Disappointments, where does that come from? It's you feeling like, oh, I just never get what I want. Everything, it just doesn't turn out the way I want it to turn out. That's where disappointment comes from. We can change all this, but I'm just breaking it down. Loneliness, you feeling like you're just not connected to anyone. You feel like nobody loves you in the way that you want to be loved. That's what brings on that feeling of loneliness. If you find that you have a theme of that, that's where it comes from. Anger, you feel like sometimes people just disrespect you. You don't feel like you're honored. That's where that comes from. So how do you change it? It really starts up here. It really starts with up here. Thinking things like, if it's not one thing, it's another. Thinking things like, things are just not working out today. We say things like this. If you've ever said things like this, then hit like, so I know that you know what I mean. Things like, man, I'm just really going through it. Saying things like that all of the time. Saying things like, people ain't there for me. People don't look out for me. People don't love me. Things like that. That indicates that you got that pattern going on of feeling lonely. Feeling like people always disrespect you and you got to put hands on them. Things like that. That's what I'm talking about. So what you want to do is you want to identify those thoughts and those emotions that you're experiencing and replace them. Instead of feeling frustrated, what do you want to feel instead? And you can type it in if it comes to your mind. Instead of feeling disappointment, what do you want to feel instead of disappointment? You want to get what you want. You want to actually feel that sense of freedom. You want to actually feel that sense of relief. You want to feel that sense of love and security. That's what you want to feel. Instead of being mad, instead of being lonely, all of that, you need to be focused on how you actually want to feel and how you can create that. So you got to start replacing those old thoughts and those old feelings. You got to create it yourself. So what's the new thought? Things like, everything is always working out for me. That's why I said, let's do some affirmations, because you've got to retrain yourself. Because if you have not noticed, the reason why you probably say the things that you say is because you've heard it all of your life. You've heard people saying, if it ain't one thing, it's another. You've heard people say it's hard out here, different things like that. You've heard that over and over again. So how many people have heard, everything's always working out for me? Everything always works out for this family. People don't hear things like that. So you've got to train yourself to think that way and to be that way. So after you begin to start training yourself and you starting to feel a little bit more secure in who you are and whose you are, you want to start really digging into, what is my purpose? What am I here for? Because that's what gives you life. So these are some questions that you can ask if you really want to know what's your purpose. What would you most likely like people to say at your funeral about you? What would you like them to say about you? So for me, it's pretty obvious what I want you to say. So I want you to say that I was that person that is always going to encourage somebody. I'm that person that's always going to inspire somebody, that's always going to support you no matter what. That is my purpose. That's what I want people to say. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually moving forward and taking action so that I leave that legacy. What is that for you? What do you absolutely hate? Like, what are something that you just can't stand? This is how you find your purpose. There's just something that you just cannot stand. It's just a pet peeve of yours. That's usually connected to your purpose. What that is, for example, for me, I can't stand when somebody tells someone else that they can't do something. That like burns me up. Like that gets me on fire. Why? Is because it's directly related to my purpose. My purpose is to help people to develop confidence so that they can pursue their purpose. So of course that gets on my nerve. I don't like when people tell me I can't do something. I don't like when they tell somebody else they can't do something, because that's directly related to my purpose. So I get the warrior in me really stands up. What are you most proud of at this point in your life? That's usually connected to your purpose. A lot of us are moms, so hit like if you're a mom. Hit like, hit love if you're a mom. So a lot of us will say that we're proud of our children. Because that's a part of our purpose as well. So it may not be it may not be connected to our career, but that is a part of who we are, what we do, right? So that's a part of our purpose. So think about those things too. But how do you prepare for your purpose? So when you're raising kids, and when you want a career, you want to do something that you have never done. Hey, Dorothy, I saw you in here. I just want to acknowledge you, girl. So you want to do some things that you haven't done, but you are a mother. Maybe you are a wife. You got a lot of stuff that you have to juggle. How do you prepare for your purpose? Those affirmations that we said at the very beginning, that's how you prepare. You want to continuously affirm who you are, continuously keep it in the forefront of your mind so that it becomes natural for you. For example, there's certain things that we do that, for example, brushing our teeth. That's just what we do, a lot of us, because we want to look pretty. We want those. So, of course, we're going to just naturally do that. It's the same thing when it comes to our thought patterns. So if you're focused on your purpose and you're thinking about your purpose all the time, then, for example, with me, I naturally encourage people, and some of my friends are on, so you guys know it, that anytime you call me, you know I'm going to build you up, you know I'm going to support you, and that's in general conversation. Now, I do not coach my friends. That's just general conversation. I'm going to say something encouraging. I just talked to one of she's not on, but I just told her that when she was feeling down, she's got 4 children, and she also is, she's married and she's working, and some of her children are little, between the ages of 0 and 5. So it's tough. So in that case, I just gave her that pep talk, like, you are a warrior. Girl, I know you. You have been through it. You have been through it, but you are a warrior because you win every time. Those babies are taken care of. You're still on that job. They take you through it on that job, and you still winning on that job. So this is just how I am. So make sure that whatever it is that you absolutely love to do, this is just what you do from a day-to-day basis, and keep affirming it, even if you're not doing that thing yet. Gratitude, that's a big thing. Hey, that's a big thing. Her name is, it's still weird for me to say it because a lot of people, my name is Deetra, but a lot of people call me Deidre. So, but hey girl, I'm gonna call you D for right now. They call me that too, but anyway. Gratitude challenge, that's a big one, because whatever you focus on, you get more of what you focus on. So if you're thinking about the negative things in your life, you're going to get more of that. So you might as well choose to be grateful. And if you are going to choose to be grateful, hit the like button, hit the heart button, choose to be grateful. What I'm doing right now is a 40-day gratitude challenge. Why is it 40 days? It's 40 days because it takes about 20 days, 21 days or so to actually form a habit, but for that thing to actually stick with you, to change from the way that you were, takes about 20, and to actually get it to stick is going to take about 20 more. And if you search the Bible, it's in my book. I have a big list of different examples of this, symbolizing for the importance of 40 days. So that's why I'm doing 40 days. You can do 21, whatever works for you, but I do encourage you to do a gratitude challenge, even if you don't want to share it on Facebook. A lot of people that I know, I used to be super private, and a lot of people that I'm close to are still super private. I still encourage you to do this gratitude challenge in your journal. Nobody has to know but you and God at the end of the day. I do things publicly because I do seek to inspire other people to do it. And then I also seek to encourage people to be grateful. So they may see something that I post and they're grateful. So I encourage you to join me on that. But if you're not going to make it public, definitely do it for you. When you're laying in that bed before you get up in the morning, think of something that you are sincerely grateful for on that day, especially if you've been through it. So I've got friends that's going through where they may be having problems in their marriage. They may actually, I'm not even going to talk, I'm just talking about friends right now. When I get to talking about clients, it's really going down. So they may be having problems in their marriage. They may be having problems with kids. All kinds of things that us as females, these are the things that we go through. So before we get up, we have to set our mind in the way that we want it to be in that day. So what are you truly grateful for? Instead of those things that you're worried about, or how am I going to get this done? Where's the money going to come from for this? Whatever it is that you're thinking of that bothers you, choose to be grateful. Instead of thinking of the things that bother you, think of the things that you're grateful for first, right? So gratitude challenge, what are you grateful for? All you have to do is write that down. It's a super simple challenge. Another thing that you want to do to prepare for your purpose, you want to pray, because you are going to be hit on every side. When you decide and you make up in your mind, I am going to pursue my purpose, it is not going to be easy for you. So I'm not going to give you any fluff with that. If those of you that have already pursued your purpose and you're already on that journey, you definitely need to hit like, you need to hit the heart or something of that nature, hit type amen, whatever, because you know that when you actually commit to doing this, you get all kinds of doubt and the battle in your mind, like, can you do this? You can't do this. You haven't been able to do this. And last time you tried, this happened. All types of stuff will come to you. So you have to stand up like the warrior that you are and say, I am committed to my purpose. I am still going to do this no matter what is happening in my life. So those of you that really know me, you know that I am in the middle of all kinds of stuff. I just relocated, but I am still pursuing my purpose because this is what I am called to do. This is what I'm destined to do, and I'm not letting anything stop me, right? But that comes from prayer. That comes from gratitude. That comes from affirming who I am and whose I am and what I'm going to do. That tenacity, that fire, that's what you have to do to get that. So you do have to put the work in. If you're ready to put the work in, hit like, hit the heart button, because you got to put the work in. And that's what warriors do. You're not afraid of hard work. You're not afraid to actually do this mental work. It's mental work that you have to do in order to prepare for your purpose. And then you also need to calm your spirit down sometimes, and you need to meditate. You need to actually listen and hear what the word of the Lord is saying to you. What is the Spirit saying to you? So you've got preachers, you've got coaches like me, you've got different people that are pouring into your life, and maybe you watch videos and do things like that all the time. But what we are saying to you, that is not going to be enough. You need to hear from God. And in order to hear from God, you've got to meditate. And if you're not sure how to do that, then we'll definitely just message me, let me know, and we could definitely start doing some meditation together, because it is really, I got more in you that was in a meditation session. So you definitely got to meditate, and don't forget to celebrate. Like, I do happy dances all the time. You might not be as goofy as I am. That's okay. Do what I like to dance too. So of course I do a happy dance, but definitely find ways to celebrate along the way. That's how you prepare for your purpose. So even if it is something like you did some affirmations that day, maybe you did intentionally say what you're grateful for on that day. Be actually good to yourself and kind to yourself, and build yourself up and celebrate that you are on your way to your purpose. You are preparing for your purpose. So all of these things, sometimes you get distracted. And what do you get distracted by? You get distracted by the things that you've been through, the struggles that you've had. That's what you get distracted by. And you think to yourself, like, how am I going to let this stuff go? So I got some answers for you. How do you let it go? First of all, you need to forgive yourself. If you are brave enough, then hit the like button, hit the heart button. Because we, as women, a lot of times we are too hard on ourselves. We are doing the absolute best that we can. So stop beating yourself up for your mistakes. Yes, you've made some mistakes, but you are only human. You are only learning. So how are you going to build yourself up? This is an exercise that you can write in your journal. What you're going to say is, you're going to include your name, and you're going to say, I forgive you for. So if I'm doing this myself, I'm going to say, Deetra, I forgive you for, in my case, it is for beating yourself up. There is no way that I should have been beating myself up. So if this is you, you can do the same thing for you, or if it's not, then you need to add in what that is for you. I forgive you for. What do you need to forgive yourself for? After you do that, then you're going to fill in your name again. In my case, it's Deetra. So Deetra, you did your best when. You did your best when. So in my case, I always strive to do my best. I strive to do my best. And the things that I'm falling short in, for example, right now, I'm also in dissertation mode for my PhD. So I have to constantly remind myself that I am doing my best with that. So you did your best when you submitted your chapter 1 or whatever it is. But think to yourself, what did you do that you don't feel great at, but you did your best? You did your best. So I'm in the middle of a relocation, and I'm doing my best with school right now. So yes, I wanted to do more, but I'm doing my best, right? The last thing to build yourself up, Deetra, I am committed to. So you're going to fill that in. So whatever your names, I am committed to. I am committed to my purpose. This is huge for me because I have definitely been distracted. I've definitely been distracted for doing all kinds of stuff. Some of it is related to purpose. Some of it is to the left. But I am committed to pursuing my purpose. So if you can say that, then you can type that in. You can hit the like button. You can hit the heart button. I am committed to pursuing my purpose. Or you can say, I'm committed to letting go. Because there may be some people that you actually need to forgive. There may be some people that have really done some terrible things to you. You may have really been through some stuff. In order for you to actually let go, you have to commit to letting go. You have to say to yourself, I am going to let this go. So the thing that's coming to my mind when I went through that divorce, yes, I was definitely wronged in that case. However, I had to say to myself, I am committed to forgiving him. I am committed to letting go of this. If I didn't commit to that, then I may still be sitting here bitter over thinking things like, oh, he left me, he's with another woman, he left me for another woman, things like that. Those things, it didn't serve me to think that way. Whether it's true reality or whatever, that did not serve me. So I had to say to myself, I forgive myself for all the mistakes that I made. When I was in the relationship, I had to say that I did my best as a wife to him. And then I also had to say that I'm committed to forgiving and I'm committed to moving forward. So you can fit this in. I try to give you a couple of different examples, but you can fit this in with so many different areas of your life. And I encourage you to fit it in so that you can actually go through the process of letting go, because those things, if you hold on to those things, it's going to continuously distract you. It's going to distract you from your purpose, and you're going to wonder why you're not making the progress that you want to make. And I am here because I want to help you. I want to help my warriors out here, warriors who have been wounded. Maybe you're on the sidelines and you are not in it anymore. I want to help you get back in there and keep fighting and get your faith where it needs to be. What do I offer to help you? I offer spiritual life coaching. I offer life planning, life purpose coaching. I also offer youth leadership training for anyone that, has teenagers and you're like, my son or my daughter, they need some help in certain areas of building themselves up and getting their confidence to where they need to do. I offer breakthrough programs, one-on-ones. And this is the biggest thing that I want you to pay attention to this time is I am offering free discovery sessions. So what does that mean? It means if you don't know, you like, well, I know that I would love to work on my purpose. I would love to actually stand up in the power of who I am. I would love to stand tall in who I am, but I don't know it. I don't even know where to start. Just talk to me. I got you. So just talk to me. Go to my website, moreinyoucoaching.com, and I will, you schedule a time to meet with me and I'll reach out to you. If you actually you're connected with me, you feel comfortable, send me a message. I'll schedule a time to talk to you and we will figure it out how I can help you. Whether you need a life coach, whether you need a mentor, whether you need a business coach. There's so many different things that support the warriors out here. So I may not be the thing that you need right now, but I will support you in everything that you need. I will support you. So if you are really serious about this, I encourage you to hurry up over there, either send me a message or go to my website, book a session. I will send you a free copy of my book, There's More in You, How to Sustain Your Faith in the Midst of Obstacles. It talks about, it's a pretty decent sized book, you can kind of see that. But it talks about, that's an old one, so you'll get a new one. But it talks about basically your process of growth and development in the different stages that you have to go through, because it really is a process. And the things that I'm talking about, if you like the things that I'm talking about, then that you're going to love the book because it goes much deeper. I didn't really go into scripture references in this session and different things like that, but there's all kinds of scripture references in that book, and the gratitude challenge is in there. The how to make a vision book, or not vision book, I think I did a board, but here's my vision book. This is also something you need to do, is you need to visualize if you're trying to get a breakthrough. You want to do all of those different things. So if first 5 people that book with me, I will send you a free copy of my book. Make sure that you like this, you share it, type in I am a warrior. I thank all of you for listening and spending this time with me. Also, if you would like for us to do this every week, then we can, but definitely I want to hear from you. If you would like that, just send me a message and let me know. If you're interested in meditation and how to do that, let me know. If you have any prayer requests, let me know. I want to hear from you. Or if there's anything that I didn't talk about and you think that I can help you, let me know. I am here to serve you. I am here to help you get your breakthrough. So I want to know if you're ready. Are you tired of telling the same story over and over again? If this is you, if you get on the phone with your friends and you get to talking about the same, I've been there. My girlfriends know. They probably hitting like and the heart buttons because they know. You're telling the same story over and over again, and you're wondering, like, how can I stop telling that story? I think one of my friends, she told me, especially about my ex-husband, she told me, girl, I didn't think you was ever going to get over that. So if you are tired of that, I know how to stop. I know how to help you to stop. If you're tired of feeling like I would do more if it wasn't for this, if it wasn't for that, I can help you with that. Are you tired of feeling like you just lost, you just out there? You going to work, you're taking care of your kids, but you're like, why? Like, there's got to be something more. I can help you with that. Are you feeling like you just been fighting and you getting beat up? I can help you with that. You tired of just waiting for things to get better? The time can be right now. And if you are ready to win, if you are a warrior, then I want to hear from you. So this is what we're going to do to wrap up this session. We are going to do what I call the prayer of a warrior. So here we go. Make no mistake. I'm going to say this slowly. So then that way you can repeat it on your end. Make no mistake. I will defend my destiny. I will defend my freedom. I will sacrifice for my dream. I am fierce and I am powerful. I walk by faith, power, and love because God created me to be a warrior. I am a warrior. So if you believe this, then type that in. I am a warrior. Hit the like, hit the share. Definitely message me if anything came up while we were doing the session that you are thinking about. I want to help you. So thank you all, especially if you watched all the way to the end. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me know how I can serve you. Until next time, love you.